Hello and welcome to this episode of Sabbath Worship with Ben. Hope you all enjoy it. We're going to have a lesson this week. I hope you all will have a blessed Sabbath. Now I'm going to do my lesson. This lesson is entitled, Can I Get a Witness? So this week's lesson is about when Jesus talked to his disciples. So one day he told them to go out into the surrounding cities around Jerusalem and not to go to the Gentiles, but to gather God's lost sheep in the city. He told them that they shouldn't take anything with them other than the clothes they had. No food, no money, not even a walking stick to help them on their journey. So they were to ask for everything from the people there. And they were to stay in one house. The first house that they entered, we would give them hospitality for the entire time. If the town rejected them, then they should walk away and shake the dust off of their sandals from the town. So he gave them the power to go and to heal people, to cast out demons, and to proclaim the message of the Lord's kingdom soon to come to everyone that they met. Jesus told them not to worry about what they said or how they would say it, because the Spirit would be with them and would guide them. He also warned them about how they would be persecuted eventually for it. He talked about how brother would betray brother, father his son, and the son his father, but that they should stay firm and continue to spread the gospel message. So this week's lesson is talking about witnessing. And to start off, the reason Jesus told them not to go to the Gentiles is because he and the disciples were all Jews. So the Jews were God's chosen people. Jesus came through the Jews as God had promised to Abraham. Basically, the Jews were the ones with the most enlightened knowledge of God. They were to spread it to the other nations. But in going to the Jews first, because later Jesus did go and visit the Gentiles, like in the story with the Samaritan woman at the well, we can see that Jesus still went there. So why did he tell his disciples not to visit any Samaritan towns? Because he wanted to show that the nation of Israel as a whole had rejected God. And you can see this in the way that on Palm Sunday, the Jews welcomed him as a king, and then later that same week they crucified him. Could see that the people weren't really in accordance with God. They did what they did for rituals or for show. So Jesus was showing that the people had rejected God, and while many people in Israel believed, the nation as a whole ended up rejecting God, as they had done many times in the past. So by doing this, it was an example to show his disciples and us that the Jews weren't, even though they had the most knowledge, they weren't really acceptant of God. It's a powerful reminder for us today. Just because we know about God doesn't mean we know God. And it's a struggle each of us have to face. And though it doesn't have to be one, we can get to know God better through talking to him and through reading his word and getting to know him. But if we don't know God, then it's impossible for us to please him, it says in the Bible, without the Holy Spirit. Without the keeping of the law, we can only do these things through Jesus. So it's important that our relationship with Jesus and God are always at the best they can be and always improving, because we can always improve our relationship with others. So the other aspect is the witnessing. Jesus told his disciples basically to go out in faith. They had no guarantee that anyone would feed them. that anyone would take them in, or even that they would be able to survive their journey without bringing along money or food. But it was a reminder to show them as well that while the Jewish nation might have rejected it as a whole, at the end, there were still many people willing to listen, and there were always those who were willing to hear the good news, and perhaps were even searching for it before, but hadn't found anything like this. So it's an important reminder for us that we should always be ready to share the good news with anyone, no matter who it is or what we think they might say. It's also important for us to remember that when we go out, we should trust in Jesus to take care of us. The disciples didn't have any guarantee that they would be safely cared for, but they were. So it's important that we put our trust in Jesus, that we grow our relationship with Him, submit to Him, and that we witness to everyone that we come across. So let's get those 3 lessons from the lesson this week. That's it for this episode of Sabbath Worship with Ben. Hope you all enjoyed it, and hope you all have a blessed Sabbath. Bye.